Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up your drawing canvas, size, resolution, and layers. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you why your brush strokes are pixelated and why that's not necessarily a bad thing. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is open the Procreate application. From here, we'll be taken straight into our gallery, which is where all of your work is held in Procreate. What we want to do is to create our own canvas with its size and its resolution customized to our needs. So the first thing I want you to do is click on the plus sign at the top right corner of your application. As you can see, it'll give you the default canvases that Procreate provides for you. These are all mine. At the very top, we have the screen size. Under that, we have a paper size that I've created, then an 11 by 17, which is standard size for comic books. So if you're creating your own comic, 11 by 17 is definitely what you want to do. Then we have print size. So if you're printing physical sizes for sale, then you definitely want an 18 by 27 print, which is the best size, and it'll hold its resolution nicely whenever you print in any media. Then I have a TikTok and a YouTube video size, which is 1080 by 1920, which is horizontal, and then vertical is 1920 by 1080. I do have a 4K video for YouTube, which is 38 by 40 by 21 by 60. And then I have a paper size and an untitled size, which they're pretty easy to. First and foremost, let me show you how to get rid of unwanted canvases that you might have. So here at the very bottom, you can see that I have the untitled canvas. So we're going to swipe to the left and we're going to click on delete. Paper size, we're going to swipe to the left, then click on delete. Now what we want to do to create our own canvas is right under the plus sign in this drop down menu, you have a plus inside of a rectangle. You're going to click on that. And here you are where you create your custom canvas. So for purposes of this video, we're going to be working in inches. So at the very bottom, click on inches, turn it on. Then on width, we're going to do 11 by 17 inches at 300 dpi. DPI stands for dots per inch, which is your resolution. If you're creating a comic book, 300 dpi is the standard. You can increase that resolution or lower it depending on your needs and your specific project. We're going to leave it at 300, and right under DPI you'll see that there's a maximum layers. This means that for this canvas that you're creating, you can only have a maximum of 27 layers. If you are like me, where you work on an art project and you are constantly merging layers as you go, then you should be fine with 27 layers. I believe that if you have a newer iPad with more memory and all of that, then you get more layers to work with. So for now, we have 11 by 17, we have 300 dpi, and we're going to click up the very bottom. It says done, and then we're going to click on create, and we're immediately taken into our 11 by 17 canvas. From here, what I want to show you is, if this is all you need to do, then this is perfect. This is ready for you to work on. If you click at the top layers, your layers are set up as well. But what I want to show you is this. So let's say you click on a default size. This is 11 by 17. And once you create it and you're here, you're like, you know what? I needed an 8.5 by 11. I didn't need the 11 by 17. Well, that's pretty easy to do. We're going to click on the wrench on the top left. It'll take us to our actions drop down. And from here, I want you to move over to canvas. Under canvas, you're going to see crop and resize. I want you to select that. Then on the top right, you're going to see settings, and we want to click on that as well. From here, you can see that our size is 11 by 17 at 300 dpi. So we're going to click on the 11, and we're going to put 8.5. We're going to click on the 17 and do 11 inches. We're going to click done, and it'll show you a preview of how it's going to crop your size or increase it. In this case, it's showing you how we're going from 11 by 17 to 8.5 by 11. Now at the top right, we're going to click on done. And now your canvas is 8.5 inches by 11. And how can you check that you actually did this right? Well, let me show you. We're going to click on the top right, top left again. We're going to go back into the actions dropdown under canvas. We're going to click at the very bottom where it says canvas information. Here it'll show you untitled artwork. We're interested on the left hand menu. We want to click on dimensions. Here you can see on your display that you have a physical width of 8.5 and height by 11 at 300 dpi, so you know you have the correct size for the project you want to work on. Now that you've done this, and let's say that you're done with your project and you're perfect, okay, you go back to your gallery, you're done, and a few days later you want to create another canvas that this time is 11 by 17. So you'll click here, and if you notice at the very bottom, the canvas we originally created was 11 by 17. Procreate will save every version of a custom canvas that you create. So what we're going to do is we're going to swipe left at the very bottom where it says Untitled Canvas, and we're going to click on Edit. Now we're going to click on Untitled Canvas at the top, and we're going to name it. So for video purposes, I'm going to put Test 11 by 17. You can name it whatever you want because it could be project specific for you. And we're going to click Save. We're going to close this up. Now we're going to click on the plus sign again, and now at the very bottom you'll see it says Test 11 by 17. It's already defaulted with all the specific resolution and the size that you wanted. So we can click on it, and now you have a template that is 11 by 17. You have a template now that it's 11 by 17 for you to use from this point forward. As a bonus for this video, I want to go over one more thing, and that is your brushes. If you click on your brush menu at the very top, you'll see your inking brushes, your sketching brushes, all of them are their default brushes that you have in Procreate. I want you to select inking, and then I want you to pick syrup. We're going to close this menu down, and then at the top right corner you'll see our color swatch. We're going to click on that and just select black. Now this is what I wanted to go over with you. So we're going to make a line across your canvas. Let's make that bigger for video purposes. We're going to do that. Now we're going to select a calligraphy brush, and it's called Monoline. We're going to click done, and we're going to create another line right next to it. Now, using your fingers, I want you to zoom in. If you notice, the inking brush has texture. It is pixelated. It is not perfectly smooth. But if you zoom into the monoline brush, comparatively, it is smooth. The smoothness of your brush not only depends on the brush you select, it depends on your canvas size and your canvas resolution. But if you want a smooth line, I highly recommend that you look at the calligraphy brushes, specifically the monoline brush. If you want more texture like I do in my drawings, when I do a drawing online, I like to draw with the syrup. Under inking, I go to syrup, and this is the brush. This is my go-to brush. It is definitely textured. As you can see, you have the jagged edges. It is pixelated compared to the monoline brush. So make sure you keep this in mind when you're doing your artwork. If you want something with more of a texture, more of a pixelated edge, then you definitely want something from the inking section because it gives you more variation. If you want something that's smooth, then you definitely want to use the monoline brush, and you might want to look at the calligraphy brushes for that. So that's all I have to share with you. I hope that you found this video informative, enjoyable, and if you did, please subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video. Until next time, take care of yourself.